There we go. Morning and welcome to the Marketing Drive for Tuesday, May 31st, 2016. I am Dan Nadelko and this is the Marketing Drive. I'm just on my way from my home in Cambridge on the 401 to the Honeypot Marketing offices in Uptown Waterloo. A couple of housekeeping notes. One, it was brought to my attention that yesterday's podcast, I am sorry, got cut off at the end. I was in a bit of a rush. It's a hectic Monday morning, end of month, and I did not check the end of the video or the podcast. So, again, my apologies. I'm going to try to keep it down to a lower time limit to make it a little more convenient and also try to keep it on point. So, today's Marketing Drive, I want to talk about something that came up over the last, well, it always comes up, but really kind of came up over the last, say, week in the office, and we're talking about tracking and event tracking, campaign tracking, pixels tracking, attribution, funnels, basically assigning an ROI to your marketing campaigns. I want to reinforce the kind of first and most important thing, and that is that without tracking, you're going to fail. We also need accurate tracking. We've had a number of campaigns that have had inaccurate tracking when we work with third parties and under various circumstances. It's always a bit of a, I'll call it a dog's breakfast to deal with. But what we want to do is make sure that our tracking is accurate, that our funnels are defined, and that our tracking pixels are accurately reflecting some form of an ROI, so a cost per lead, a cost per conversion, which are both metrics I talked about a couple of episodes ago, and most importantly, that you are able to see that real-time data and act upon it. Without that, we really kind of live in the dark. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today as a very specific example is the new Facebook pixel. If you've been working with Facebook for any period of time beyond organic, you should be familiar with the concept of the Facebook pixel. I would say it was about 3 months ago that Facebook announced a new pixel would be implemented and an old pixel would be phased out. The cries that I heard on the internet and all over were, why? But there are some very good reasons for the evolution of the Facebook pixel and how it can seriously benefit you. So if you're familiar with the Facebook pixel, the old Facebook pixel, you may have up to hundreds of Facebook pixels in your Facebook Ads Manager and in your Power Editor. It became a very difficult and challenging thing to kind of manage because the Facebook pixel, although it's a bit of a misnomer, it's not just a pixel, it's actually a JavaScript that fires on the Facebook server side. But realistically, what that Facebook pixel was doing in the first version was relatively basic. They had expanded it, Facebook had expanded it out to include some additional metrics. Whoa, fast braking in front of me. But you would be able to build custom audiences, set your ROIs, set your target campaign type. Could be website visits, purchases, website conversions. Those were all selected when you created your campaign, and then you would create a unique Facebook pixel, give it a unique name, and then install it at the end of your conversion, whatever that conversion might be. It could be a thank you page, it could be your cart checkout, it could be your cart checkout confirmation, so you'd be able to see various forms of your funnel. But the biggest issue or challenge with that was the fact that you would then have a ton of these pixels sitting around. And it would be hard to kind of really get down to conversion attribution, and that's a really important notion in digital marketing is, yes, I have a conversion point, but I have many paths I can use to get to that conversion point. For example, I may have a lead magnet of PDF download. I may have a different offer that I want to track. I may have all sorts of different parameters. And in the old Facebook pixel, you were really quite limited to how sophisticated you were able to track those events and the multiple sources that lead to the conversion. So in version 2 of the Pixel, there's a couple of distinct, and I'm going to get into it more as we dig into it ourselves, because now that Facebook Pixel is going live and we're retiring the hundreds of pixels that we have on the other side. Facebook's Pixel version 2 is very similar to the AdWords conversion pixel, and firing on events that would allow you to implement them in Google Tag Manager, which we use as a convenience factor. So in Facebook's Pixel version 2, I think the biggest single change is the ability to add events, and then also to attribute those events to the multiple sources that lead to one conversion. So again, I may have an email registration for a 7-day course. I may have a lead magnet that is a PDF download. I may have a 20% offer, and I may have a buy 3, get 2 free offer. I'm very much making this up. In the new Facebook world of the Facebook Pixel version 2, you install the base Pixel, and then you have the ability to install and utilize what are called events. And events have a number of different parameters that you set. But the beauty of this is once you set these, you set one Facebook pixel. You don't have to call it 6. And what that's going to allow you to do is to see which source, with the end goal of building out this multiple attribution funnel to a conversion. So I have 5 paths that a user can get to my core offer, which is what I want them to purchase. And in that flow, we want to be able to track which spend is the most effective. So that's a very powerful thing. You're going to want to dig into the events and all of the different parameters, and then the custom parameters, so that your lead funnel, when you develop that lead funnel, very specifically developing the lead funnel like I've talked about before, is reflected in your conversion tracking. That will allow you to connect, the 2 points together. The second thing that the Facebook Pixel has done for quite a while, and this is actually what we find to be an incredibly powerful feature of Facebook for advertisers, is custom audiences and lookalike audiences. So your custom audience is you taking your lead list. It could be 1,000, it could be 10,000, it could be 100,000. We've worked with up to 250,000 leads. Import them into Facebook as a custom audience. What Facebook will then do is it will then search Facebook for those individual users, pull in their demographics, their likes, their entire Facebook profile in the Open Graph, which is extremely extensive. And then from there, you can create a number of what are called lookalike audiences. So you have your custom audiences, which are your leads in your current customer base, so you can identify and target them on Facebook. And then you can create lookalike audiences from that custom audience. The beauty of the Facebook system, and where it becomes very powerful, as you start to monitor the ROI of your running campaigns, Facebook will help you adjust that lookalike audience to match up to the highest performing ad sets and campaigns that you have. But in order to do that, you need to install the Facebook Pixel, set your events, match them up to your funnel, and then create the custom audience and your lookalike audiences and let it run properly and appropriately. So that's the second really big thing. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now on the Facebook version 2 Pixel. I'm going to put together a blog post on Honeypot Marketing that talks a lot more about the Facebook version 2 Pixel, its capabilities, and then the technicalities of how you in fact implement that Facebook Pixel. So that's it for the marketing drive today. Make sure, again, just to cover what's going on, lead tracking, your funnel, and tagging are critical to any marketing success, no matter how big or how small your budget is. You want to create a lead funnel that takes users from one step to the next, and there may be multiple paths to get them to your final conversion goal. Then what you want to do is ensure that on Facebook specifically, because Facebook advertising has become, in our books, the highest performing channel of all, over Google, over Twitter, over Instagram, but Facebook itself has become a very powerful platform. And then what you want to do is you want to set the parameters of your Facebook Pixel properly, install it on your conversion points, and set your custom audiences and your lookalike audiences. Let it run and monitor your highest performing ad sets, channels, and offers. That's the big thing. Now I know which offer is performing with the best ROI. I may then shed an offer or revise my funnel to match up to the highest performing, and that is optimization and learning. So that's it for the Marketing Drive for Tuesday, May 23rd. I am so calendar not aware. Tuesday, May 31st, 2016. And have a great day, and may all your CPAs be low.